What is up, guys? It is currently a cloudy day in Boston at 6:45 a.m. On my way to grab a coffee. We got a big day at work. That's why I'm wearing a collared shirt. We got a call with the brand. We got to reimagine the outreach process. We got a call with Amazon about an inauthentic complaint. What else? Yeah, we just got a lot of work to do. You know, we got to set up some more automation for the outreach, meeting with the virtual assistant, all that good stuff. So let's go. Follow me along. Day in the life of selling $5,000 at 23. Hopefully I actually sell $5,000, or else this will be really embarrassing. All right, we got our coffee. I'm just going to talk about basically what I'm going to go work on right now, which is automating outreach. And so I'm trying to work with brands on Amazon. My new basically sales channel is getting brands that already sell on Amazon to let me sell for them instead. Just because a lot of brands are more focused on D2C operations, getting into retailers and stuff, and Amazon's like a secondary sales channel. So some of them are just happy to wholesale directly to me, and then I sell on their behalf. The problem is doing outreach for that. Maybe you contact 200 brands and you get one response, right? And so that's because right now I'm just doing a templated email outreach with my virtual assistant, the guy from the Philippines who does work for me. But the goal is to personalize that outreach so that I can get higher response rates. So what we're going to go do right now is basically think through the funnel that I'm currently using and how I can make it better, which is, spoiler alert, there's a lot of fucking ways I can make it better. So yeah, that's what we're going to go work on. I'll update you guys when I have anything interesting to talk about. Okay, it's about an hour and a half later, and we have fully sequenced the sales process, which is basically written out what I'm doing right now, which is extremely inefficient. My virtual assistant basically just pulls emails off of websites and then he manually sends them out. So I have no CRM, no form of organization, nothing like that. And I'm still having some success, which I'm taking as a good sign. So the new system is going to be using an extension called Apollo.io, which automatically finds like sales directors' emails, basically decision makers' emails, and then adds them to a sequence with one click so that it'll automatically send them an email and then automatically follow up 3 days later if they don't respond, and then 5 days later if they don't respond. And so this will make it way easier to manage these contacts and should honestly cut the amount of time my virtual assistant, Alec, has to spend doing the outreach process in half, if not more. And so I'm gonna have a meeting with him at 9 where we're gonna go over basically the changes that are gonna be made to the outreach process and then how we're gonna streamline it further and basically how to use this new tool. Just met with my virtual assistant, Alec. He works in the Philippines. He works about 40 hours a week for me. And we were going over the new tool I found for reaching out to brands. And so that's all set up. I just need to set up the sequences fully later. And then, yeah, we have a call with Amazon to review an inauthentic complaint in about 10 or 15 minutes. Sales are still absolutely dog shit, but what can you do? All right, we just had a call with Amazon about beating an authentic complaint. Unsurprisingly, the person who joined did not speak great English and did not seem to understand how items are acquired. But that's Amazon for you. That's dealing with them. So we just got to submit more documents again. Hopefully it goes through this time. This complaint's been sitting for a little while, which is the only reason I'm concerned about it. Thankfully, I don't have like too many of these very often, and so it shouldn't impact the account, but never a good idea to risk anything with Amazon because, yeah, they're illogical and will not be helpful if anything goes wrong. All right, it's now 11:30. We just submitted a bunch of stuff to Foot Locker, just claims for missing items. This is a super boring vlog. I'm sorry. This is the day-to-day. Just got to do a lot of fucking dumb work. But just submitted a huge list of claims to Foot Locker for missing items. I'm missing 3 pairs of shoes. It's like $100 worth, or it's like $300 worth. And so really don't want to miss the items. The problem with Foot Locker, if you don't know, they fulfill everything through their retail stores. And if you've ever talked to Foot Locker employees, they are not the brightest people, unfortunately. If you're watching this and you're a Foot Locker employee, which would be a crazy coincidence, I don't mean any offense. I'm sure it's just your coworkers and not you. But all that to say, hopefully Foot Locker can find these items And if they can't, I might be out $300, but it's not the end of the world. Sales are picking up. I think we're at like 1150 right now. Yeah, let's keep going. All right, it's time to go grab some lunch. We got a call at 1, just crossed $2,000 in sales, or not actually, but we're about to cross $2,000 in sales, which is always the benchmark for 3 o'clock. Wait, yeah, 3 o'clock, because then that means we'll have at least a $4,000 day. So yeah, we're gonna go hop in the Tesla and go grab some lunch. Just grab us some chilicates. If you don't know chilicates, it's literally just a better version of Chipotle. And we also hit $2,000 in sales in the day while we were waiting for our burrito. Look at that. Online money. I'm telling you, it's this easy. Buy my course. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't have a course to sell. Yeah, $2,100 at not even 1 p.m. This could be a fire day. Let's see. We're back in the Tesla. We're going to the storage unit right now. We got 5 orders to ship out. If you don't know, most of my stuff goes out of warehouses in New Jersey and Delaware. But from time to time, I'll buy stuff from like Nike outlets. Like that's what all that stuff in the back is, just cheap shoes from Nike outlets. And I'll sell it on like eBay or Amazon. Like this is just from time to time when outlets have really good sales. So because I'm ungated on Nike and no one else can get ungated on Nike right now, it's pretty valuable. And so not taking advantage of the outlets would be kind of dumb, especially since there's one like 10 minutes from my house. But yeah, we're gonna go pack like 5 orders. Should take like literally no time, and then we'll put all of these in the storage unit, though I honestly have no fucking idea where they're gonna go because the storage unit is pretty full right now. I just downgraded to save myself like $200 a month. Insane, dude. They charge so much for storage units here. Bang, boxes are packed. 3 o'clock, we just hit 3,100 in sales. Actually, no, we're at like 3,075, but we hit 3,100 and then one of the orders got canceled. But hey, 3,075 at 3 o'clock, that's awesome. Usually like the benchmark here is 2,000, though I have been more like 2,300, just because I'm averaging a little over $5,000 a day right now in sales. And just to be clear, like this is not all profit. It's probably like 15% profit margins. So whatever, $5,000 day is like $750 in profit. You know, granted, that's fucking awesome. Like that's over $200,000 a year, and that was my goal this year. So yeah, I'm happy. Anyway, we go drop these off at USPS, and then we get back home. I don't have that much to do today because that brand stood me up, and I'm still waiting on these 2 other brands to hear if they need anything from me. One of them I closed, and then the other one I had a call with yesterday, and then I'm calling with like their entire team next week to see if I can take over the brand for them. But they're doing like $90,000 a month right now on Amazon, and the brands that I work with, I usually do at least a 20% margin. So assuming they give me a full-on exclusive, that would be absolutely life-changing, because I would literally just double my profit. I would go from like $15,000 to $18,000 in profit a month, which is what I am right now. Add that brand in, I would be making like $35,000 a month. So that would be absolutely crazy. Hopefully we'll do that. Anyway, this is running long. I'm gonna go drop this stuff off, and then I will get back to you guys if I have anything else that's interesting. All right, it's officially the end of the workday. We're at $3,500 in sales, so I can't complain. Hopefully we finish at $5,000 or more, like I predicted at the beginning of this video. So yeah, things are going well. Sucks that we got stood up on that one call with the brand, but she actually emailed me back and she wants to talk next week. So she said she just got caught up with a big order, which is totally fine. That happens a lot. Again, it's a small business. A lot of times for these people, it's all hands on deck. I mean, the same way it is for me. And so it's hard to get in touch with them. But yeah, I'll check back in at the end of the day to see what we ended at. But that's pretty much all the work we have for today. I'm gonna go hit the gym. We got back at buys, and then I'm gonna eat some steak and rice and chill out. All right, it's the end of the day, or almost the end of the day. It's 8 o'clock. We just hit $4,000 in sales. Sales have slowed down like considerably, which is super unfortunate, but you know, there's not much you can do. Sometimes that just happens, and honestly, I bet they'll pick up for like the end of the day. If you didn't know, Amazon, like, they end their days on Pacific Standard Time. So even though it's 8 Eastern, it's 5 Pacific Standard Time. So the end of the day is actually like 3 in the morning here. Anyway, yeah, so 4,000 right now. I'll update one more time before I go to bed, but I'm hoping we'll finish at like, I don't know, 5,000, 4,700, something like that. I'm editing this video right now and I forgot to put what we actually ended at, which was like $4,850, I believe. It's not great. Obviously it's not 5,000, but I'm definitely happy with it, because that's the goal every day, is to hit $5,000 in sales, because that'll put me on track to make $200,000 this year. So yeah, thanks for watching. And if you like this kind of stuff, I'll make more.